And we are ready to get started. Thank you for being here. This is a very interesting and important topic. In this web class, you're going to learn how to start a successful career as a certified sleep science coach. Now, if you're already in the health, fitness, wellness, nutrition, personal development space, you might be thinking, well, sleep seems kind of self-evident. You know, you go to sleep, you need a good night's sleep, make sure you feel well rested, and then you go and attack the day and get great results. But there's so much to sleep that, here's the thing, this is the interesting part. We are sleeping in the process, obviously, and therefore we're not thinking about it, we're just going through it. But everything else we do to improve ourselves, we're doing during the conscious awake state, so we're more cognizant of how to improve it. But during sleep, you're asleep, right? So you're not really thinking during that time, how can I make this better? So you need to do things in advance to make it better and optimal and more recuperative, and so you can start your day more successfully and get more out of your life and feel better. There's so much to this. So I'm so excited that you're here. You're going to learn a lot, and you're going to be fascinated with the information you're about to learn. And if we haven't met yet, hi, my name is Dr. John Spencer Ellis, and you can call me JSE. I'm the CEO and founder of Nesta and the Spencer Institute, and it is my honor to be able to share this web class and information with you about sleep science. I am a self-proclaimed sleep geek, and I find this topic fascinating, and I think you will as well if you don't already. And you'll realize, this is the most interesting thing to me, you will realize how important it is, but also how many clients crave this information. They crave it. And I'll tell you a quick story. I did an event in conjunction with Carnival Cruise Lines many years ago, and I did a speech, a presentation, and it was called Going 3 for 3. It was sleep, exercise/fitness, and nutrition. And after my presentation, actually during the presentation, when I got most of the inquiries and most of the people who came up to me after the talk was to talk about sleep, their lack of sleep, their need for sleep, how to improve sleep, because it's not talked about enough, but there's so many people in America who are underslept or lack quality of sleep or feel like they want or could use more sleep. So there is a huge multi-billion dollar industry waiting for you to serve it. So there's tremendous opportunity for you. In this web class, we're going to talk about four main things: your education, the certification and exam process, career options, and making money. Yes, you need to make money because you need to be able to pay your bills, and you want to be able to provide for your family and then do whatever philanthropy work you want as well. So you can now become a more complete and highly skilled coach by adding this distinguished coaching credential to your resume. This specific training separates you from other trainers, instructors, and coaches. And in a minute, I'm going to talk to you about what I was able to do in a single day at the Big Sleep Show in Chicago, Illinois, here in the United States. If you're from another area, it's in the north central area of the United States. I had an incredible opportunity there to talk to people about sleep and was compensated very, very well for a very modest amount of work. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do the same thing. And also at the conclusion of this web class, I have a special offer and opportunity for you to get started with your career and save some money on your investment for your education as well. So the course title is Sleep Science Coach Certification, and the credential you will earn, and you will earn it, is Certified Sleep Science Coach, and you can use the acronym on your business cards and biography and things like that of CSSC, Certified Sleep Science Coach. So here's the program overview. It's a 100% online training program, including video training, comprehensive digital manual, extensive video interviews with the world's leading experts on sleep, and also meditation, stress management, all the things related to sleep. It's incredible the people that I was able to get them to contribute to this program because they're so talented and so smart and they have so much to offer you. And it's very, very valuable information, and all that's included in the training. You have a comprehensive business training and a multiple choice online non-proctored exam. So you can take the exam at home online. The course objective is to provide you with all the needed tools to facilitate effective sleep coaching and increase revenue with the included business training. There are recertification requirements. So after you successfully pass your exam, that certification is valid for 2 years. You're required to complete 2.0 units, which is 20 hours of continuing education to keep your certification valid. There are no prerequisites. Of course, if you have previous sleep science training, stress management, exercise physiology, medical training, nursing, whatever it is, it will definitely help you. Absolutely. Because some of the terms will be more familiar and you may have covered these topics before, but none of that is necessarily a guarantee of being more or less successful as a certified sleep science coach. It's just that previous training makes you more familiar with some of the topics that are covered. That is all. So why would you need recertification? Because there's too much to know. Things evolve. Science advances, new information becomes available, and we want you to stay current. You need to be up on what's happening, both from an application perspective and from a scientific perspective. And we provide you with many, many different opportunities for continuing education that are super affordable. It's very easy. You have 2 years to go and before you have to recertify. And also, if you're taking additional courses, perhaps you have a course somewhere else, or you're in a community college or whatever, you can petition those classes if it's related in some way. And most often, you can get credit for those as well. So it's actually a really simple process. We work with you. We just want you to stay current and stay informed of what's happening in this domain of expertise. So the learning format, once again, is an online, let me rephrase this, online access of materials, including video lectures and interviews, PDF manuals, supplemental materials. There's a lot of supplemental materials. And non-proctored online exam. Internet access is required. The whole thing is online. Content is provided in online format, which is accessed through an online secure website. So you will have a proprietary username and password that is specific to your account. Once you register, you will be given immediate access to begin your studies. You can test whenever you're ready. And you have lifetime access to that materials. I should say that there, but it doesn't, but you have lifetime access. The exam requirements. Passing a multiple choice, 60-question, multiple choice, non-proctored online exam with 70% or higher. You get 3 attempts to pass the exam, and results are known immediately. And you get a downloadable certificate immediately, and then you also get the one mailed with the official seal, etc. Afterwards. And once again, and these are beautiful certificates, by the way. They're done very, very nicely. Nice presentation folder and everything. Definitely suitable for framing and hanging on the wall. You'll be very proud of it. It looks beautiful. So you'll earn the title of Certified Sleep Science Coach. You will increase your professional credibility and earning potential as well. You can coach people one-on-one, and this can be done in person or online via Skype, Google Hangout, and there's also Zoom. That's one I use for my coaching clients as well. Zoom, ZOOM.us, I believe. It's very, very simple. Most of it's free. Almost 99% of it's free, and it allows you to coach people anywhere in the world. It's incredible. You can do the same for couples or small groups. You can do it for organizations, all sorts of things. And we teach you all these different business formats, and we give you the tools and the resources and the simple technology. Don't worry about technology. It's so simple. Literally, if you got to this web class, you have enough technical knowledge to run your business online. That is no joke. You can offer sleep workshops in your gym or health club. I just saw where one of our graduates, I don't remember her name right now, but one of our graduates is doing sleep workshops at a yoga studio. Obviously, it's holistic, it's mind-body, it's overall wellness. And she comes in, I think she's a yoga instructor as well, and she teaches sleep workshops in conjunction with the yoga and stress management. So there's a lot of different ways you can combine this. You can do a standalone sleep science coaching program. A lot of people work with kids that are, and the moms, generally the moms, sometimes the fathers as well, to get the kids to sleep better as well. So you have a lot of options. When you become a sleep science coach, you will learn how to help your clients dramatically enhance their metabolism. Yes, because metabolism, specifically related to ghrelin and leptin, those are the hormones that are managed and optimized through sleep. Those are the ones that let you know if either you're hungry or you're full. And also growth hormone and testosterone, all those things are regulated through quality restorative deep sleep. It also helps improve your memory, creativity, boost your immune function, hormone balance. That's what I was just referencing a second ago. Hunger management, disease prevention, sports performance, accident avoidance, memory, reaction time, good judgment, surgery recover, happiness, and over 100 additional functions and behaviors. What I've noticed myself, for me, is because I do so many different martial arts, balance obviously is very important. If I, for whatever reason, didn't get a good night's sleep, perhaps it was because of travel and the circadian rhythm is thrown off a little bit, my balance when I go to do any type of martial arts training the next day will be a little off because of a night of lacking sleep because of travel. So it's really interesting how it affects different people. And I'm sure as I'm saying this, you can think about how it affects you as well. So think about it for a second. What happens when you don't get a quality night's sleep? And even after one night, it can dramatically improve your performance. Then imagine if people have chronic sleep issues. It is astounding what can happen detrimentally to their health and performance and well-being, relationships, everything. What is sleep hygiene? Have you heard this term? It doesn't mean you take a bath before you go to sleep, although you could. Sometimes that helps with sleep as well. One of the skills you will learn as a certified sleep science coach is sleep hygiene. And sleep hygiene is the term used to describe good sleep habits. Considerable research has gone into developing a set of guidelines and scientific strategies which are designed to enhance good sleeping. There is much evidence to suggest that these strategies can improve long-term solutions to sleep difficulties. So you're going to learn all about sleep hygiene, and people are fascinated with this stuff, like optimal room temperature, optimal humidity, and it varies a little bit from person to person. But too much light, too much artificial stimulation, too much electrical stimulation with cell phones and TVs and all that sort of thing before you go to sleep can overstimulate your brain. It can suppress melatonin secretion, all sorts of things like that. And you're going to learn this in extensive detail. Some sleep facts you will find interesting and you will learn. Check this out. Just imagine this for a second. The direct cost of sleepiness and lost productivity in the workplace is estimated at $18 billion per year. And I believe that's just in the United States. $18 billion a year because of sleepiness. About 40 million people in the United States suffer from chronic long-term sleep disorders each year, and an additional 20 million people experience occasional sleep problems. So if your question was, are there people who want my service? I'm going to repeat this again. 40 million people in the United States. So imagine what's the world population? The United States only has, anymore, a fraction of the world's population. So there's, probably close to 60, 70, 80, maybe even 100 million people in the world that have some type of sleep issue. And I don't know anyone who wouldn't appreciate improving their sleep, right? Not everyone wants to exercise, although everyone should. But no matter who they are and how much they exercise and what sport they want to train for or whatever, everybody wants to improve the quality of their sleep universally. And think about how much money is spent on like Ambien and Lunesta and some of these, I wouldn't even call them helpful drugs. I think they can really screw up people. But the pharmaceutical side of sleep. Imagine if you were the conduit to help these people do it naturally without the adverse side effects of some of these drugs. Now, again, we're going to get into scope of practice in a second here, but it's between them and their doctor if they want to decide to stop taking Ambien and Lunesta, if they are. But you can improve naturally their sleep quality, and they may decide on their own that they don't need it, which is obviously optimal. There are more than 70 different sleep disorders. 70, imagine that, which are generally classified into one of three categories: lack of sleep, disturbed sleep, and excessive sleep. Very few people I know have excessive sleep. Most people, it's either lack or disturbed. So basically, sometimes people have a hard time falling asleep, and other people have a hard time staying asleep. That would be the disturbed sleep. 62% of American adults experience a sleep problem a few nights per week. Wow, that's a lot. 1,550 annual car crash fatalities are attributed to falling asleep. That's a horrible, horrible statistic. Wow, astonishing. Sleep and recovery is viewed by experts as one of the leading causes of poor performance in sports. And 1 in 4 Americans snore. 1 in 4 Americans snore. Oh my gosh. All right, so you may be asking, what is my scope of practice? Can you tell someone to take Lunesta or get off of Ambien or not Ambien? What's the other one? Yeah, Ambien. I know there's some other ones as well. No, you cannot do that. What you can do is educate them on improving quality sleep, enhancing their diet, educating them on things that might be a stimulant, talking to them about sleep hygiene. So you're just educating. There's nothing wrong with that. You can educate all you want. You cannot diagnose, treat, or prescribe. You cannot diagnose a sleep disorder. You cannot treat a sleep disorder as a medical professional would. You do it as a health educator and a sleep science educator. And you cannot prescribe any type of, over-the-counter or tell them to go to the doctor and get a prescription, things like that. Ideally, what we want to do is avoid all that if entirely possible and just enhance sleep by changing lifestyle habits, sleep hygiene, and enhancing overall sleep science and quality and depth and recovery of sleep, or during sleep, I should say. When in doubt, refer it out. If you are in doubt of what you can do, should do, shouldn't do, just refer it out. There are many physicians who specialize in sleep science. There are some metabolic physicians that are metabolic-related physicians like endocrinologists and more like physical medicine doctors, people like that would be able to work with us. Although a general practitioner probably at this point has a lot of experience working with these types of things as well. It's just that unfortunately, not always, I'm making a blanket statement here. Realize this is a blanket statement. A broad stroke generalization. Unfortunately, many medical professionals are clueless about sleep science. It's sad and it's true. Just like nutrition in many medical schools, nutrition is an elective course. And now things are changing now, but for doctors that graduated, from 10 to 30 years ago, nutrition was an elective course. They didn't even study nutrition. Can you imagine that? And yet what we eat is responsible for 70, 80% of potential disease processes. It's insane. And yet it was an elective course. And sleep science is an emerging science. A lot of the sleep science from a medical perspective has been able to be enhanced because of recent, maybe in the last 10 or 20 years, with brain imagery, with SPECT scans, and even just doing an EEG or sleep studies or things like that have given a glimpse into what's happening during sleep. Before, that technology just wasn't available and everything was a guessing game. So you're also, by the way, you're also going to learn a lot about dreaming. Lucid dreaming, dream interpretation, and that's a subjective topic, and there's different people's perspective on that, but you're going to learn all the different perspectives. I think it's all super, super fascinating. You're really going to enjoy this. And you may be wondering, okay, great. So there's what was it, 40 million people that have some type of sleep disturbance, and that's just in the United States. So how will I get clients? You know what? This is so easy for this one because everyone wants to improve their sleep. All you do is get on Facebook Live and start talking about different ways to improve sleep. Seriously, that's it. If you did that every day and you gave a little bit of a hint on how to improve sleep and then give them a call to action to work with you during a coaching session or do some type of consultation, absolutely, you're going to get more clients than you ever thought you needed. Most other topics aren't that way, but most people want to improve sleep. So you can do Facebook Live, you can do Instagram Live, you can do YouTube Live, you can do recorded videos, you can do educational sleep videos on YouTube, you can do blog posts, you can be a guest on your podcast, you can do local workshops in your community, you can do things for the local groups like MOPS, which means Mothers of Preschoolers. There's the Parent-Teacher Organization or Association, whatever you call it in your area. There's all these different things that you can do to teach sleep science and improve sleep hygiene, and then give them a call to action and an offer to work with you. There's so many ways. I'm just touching over a few things here. You can do so much. And when you do it online, as long as you speak the same language as they do, it doesn't matter. You can work with people all over the world. The world is your oyster. So what do we need to start your business? You really don't need a comprehensive business plan, and this diagram here is very simplistic, and I like that because it needs to be simplistic. Unless you're getting venture capital, angel investing, seed money, you're getting a loan from the bank, something like that, and you need to develop a very long-term, detailed strategic analysis, so the person who's going to give you money sees that you have viability. What they don't realize is that things change quickly. Internet technology changes on a dime. New things become available that reduce or increase cost of client acquisitions or how you can conduct your business. Basically, everything is getting cheaper, easier, and faster, which is good for you, which means you don't have to have a comprehensive business plan. This is the truth. Most people I know who are self-made millionaires and multimillionaires did not and do not have a comprehensive business plan. They have a fundamental outline. They know their goals and objectives. They know what their competition is doing, and then they go and hustle, and make it happen. Truly, it's that simple. And you need to be able to turn on a dime. What if Facebook Live went away? What if you started your business and you're trying to figure out how to get clients, and then the next day Facebook Live came about? It wasn't in your plan. Can you do it? Well, sure you can, but it's not in your plan. My point is, have a fundamental structure of what you're doing. Don't overthink it. Don't bog yourself down overcomplicating things. Create a simple plan and analysis. Do some strategic reconnaissance on potential competition, although in most cases for this, there isn't much at all. That's the beauty part. It's what's called a blue ocean strategy. You just go. And you can truly make a very good living doing this and live anywhere you want, because you can coach people all over the world with this. You literally could travel the world and run this business from a laptop. That is no joke. Do you need a business license? The answer is maybe. You may need a business license, but here, let me differentiate something here for you. Your certification shows you have a given level of competency in this topic of sleep science, or if you have you're certified in whatever. A certification shows, yes, you've passed an exam, and yes, you have a given level of understanding and competency and acumen in that domain of expertise. That has nothing to do with a business license. A license is issued by a government agency, usually at the city, county, or state level. It may be different where you're located. That says, yes, Joe Schmo or Susie Q, my fictitious characters, have the right to conduct their business in this city or county or whatever. Sometimes it's not needed. All you have to do is say, go call the city, and if there is no city, if you're in an unincorporated area, it probably goes to the county. Just say, hey, I'm going to do some coaching for people on helping them improve their sleep. Do I need a business license to operate in the city? Yes, it's $40 a year. Awesome. Or no, it's not required. Like in the city where one of our companies is located, you don't have to have a business license, but they want you to have what's called an occupancy permit if you are running your business from a physical location, like a storefront or a commercial building or an office space. You just get what's called an occupancy permit. And, it's just a way for the government to keep tabs on you, honestly, and collect a little bit of annual revenue. But it's a negligible cost. It's truly, sometimes working with the government is not a pleasure, but getting a simple business license is not a big deal. Just be compliant, do what you're supposed to do. It's a few bucks, and then you're done. It's over. Not a big deal. Here's the question that everyone wants to know. How much money can I make? And the answer is as much as you want, and as hard as you're willing to work, and as creative as you can be, that's how much money you can make. Now, if you are doing one-on-one coaching, which I'll show you in a second here, there's only so many hours in the day. There's only so many people you can see in the day. There's a cap to that. And there's only so much you can, charge someone for an hour that people are willing to pay. But if you just want a very simple business, you don't want to hustle too hard, and maybe you're the second income earner in the household, and you say, you know what? I am a parent. I need to take care of my kids. I need to have a flexible schedule, but I want to see 3 to 5 people a day, and that's it. You can do one-on-one coaching and charge anywhere from $40 to $140 an hour. I mean, it could vary up or down. And then that's great. That's actually really good money. And that's for the most part, above the American average for household income, just working part-time. That's pretty darn good. But doing online, and when you learn in just a second when I'm going to show you what's possible, there truly is no limit of what you can earn. You could make $20,000 a year working a couple hours a day, or you could make $2 million a year doing some of the things I'm going to show you, and upward and onward. So it's totally up to you. So if someone says there is a cap on this, not true. And I'm going to show you how and why. So like I just said, one-on-one coaching is the one thing where there is a cap because there's only so many hours in the day. So this guy who looks like he's the coach, obviously this is a stock photo for this demonstration purpose. So the guy on the right is doing some sort of coaching. This poor guy on the left looks like he is underslept and a little frustrated. You only can do this for so many hours a day, right? So if you do this 2, 3, 4, 5 hours a day and you're charging $50 a session, is $250 a day. That's still pretty good, right? For 5 hours, pretty darn good. And you can work from your home, your office. You can rent out, you can rent out office space. And I know someone who was doing this, and they ended up making a lot more money when they just used a spare bedroom at their house or met people out somewhere or went to their home or whatever. They end up saving a lot of money and making things simple. But if you already have a wellness center, if you already have a gym, then you can add this in and actually do group coaching, which I'll show you in a second. So with group coaching, this can be done, in your gym, in your spa, at the yoga studio. You can also do group coaching online, which I'll show you again in a second. Now with this, imagine you're doing like an 8-week sleep workshop, and you're doing group coaching, and each of these people is paying, I don't know, $200 for 8 weeks, which is actually pretty cheap. So let's just say it's $300 for 8 weeks. So 300 times, let's say one of these is the coach here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I do that right? Yeah, 5 people. 5, let's just say 300. 5 times 300, that's $1,500 just for facilitating that. And then you can do your other business or whatever else you do. Maybe you're a personal trainer, a wellness coach, or whatever. So this is something that you can do above and beyond. And of course, you can do this online. And when you do it online, you can facilitate as many people as you want in your group per month, whatever you can facilitate properly and give everyone the attention they need. We teach you how to do all this. So this is all included in your program. Online coaching and instruction is where a lot of people are going because they want the freedom to work when and where they want. They want to be able to travel. They want to be able to see the world. They want to work from a beach. They want to work from their balcony or their backyard or the breakfast table, whatever it is. If you choose to do that, you can do it online. And also you can work from the beach, the balcony, or your breakfast table and have people come to each of those locations as well and meet with you for your coaching. Or you can do a hybrid, and so some of it's in person, some of it's online. It's totally up to you. When you do it online, you can facilitate some of it through a Facebook group. You can use the Zoom video. You can use your phone. You can use text, email. You can make PDF documents that you send them. You can help them work with their sleep journal, all these sorts of things. You learn all of this inside the program. Now, you'll probably see on the program page at Spencer Institute, there's an option to combine sleep science with the stress management coach. Why would you want to do this? Because sleep science coaching and stress management go together. These two things go together. People don't sleep when they have stress. And then when they don't sleep enough, it increases stress. And not sleeping enough produces more of the stress hormone cortisol. And an excessive amount of cortisol makes you retain more fat, adipose tissue. Most of that is around the midsection. So if you're a fitness professional, becoming a sleep science coach and a stress management coach together will actually help your clients get better results with their weight loss and their fat loss because they're going to be optimizing their hormones, producing less cortisol, and flattening their stomach. It's astounding. I believe that when people lose a lot of weight in yoga, as an example, and yoga can be very physically demanding, and some of it's easier, obviously, but I love yoga. I'm a practitioner and a fan of it, but it's not as physical as, let's say, CrossFit or other HIIT training or running a marathon. It's just not as physical. It's tough and it's awesome, but it's not technically as physically challenging. Not always. It can be. You get my point. However, a lot of people lose a fair amount of weight when they do yoga. Why? Because they feel better about themselves. They're reducing stress and they're sleeping better. And because of that, they're reducing cortisol levels, which is reducing body fat. You can also make information products and online courses. Now, this is a little more advanced, but absolutely you can do it. You can make a sleep program to go with people's diet program. You can make a sleep program to go with people's nutrition program. You can basically copy what I did and do something about sleep, nutrition, and fitness and put it all together in a comprehensive training program. There's so much you can do. So much. You can create a membership site. There's MemberGate, MemberMouse. What we use at our schools is called Wish List Member, which is operated through the WordPress platform. Very inexpensive, very easy to use, very intuitive. And so you can create like maybe an 8, 10, 12-week sleep membership program where you're coaching people to optimize their sleep. You can do it for couples. You can do it for kids. Obviously, the little kid, the baby that has a hard time sleeping is not going to be going through this program, but the mom or dad will. There's a lot of different ways of doing this. And you can combine that with phone coaching, Zoom video coaching, all sorts of things. Corporate wellness is Huge, 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 huge business. You may or may not know that the Spencer Institute offers a corporate wellness coach certification. So if that interests you, you can check that out as well. Now, the sleep science, let me rephrase this. In corporations, you saw earlier, lack of productivity costs corporations, is it billions? I forgot where that slide was, but billions and billions of dollars a year in lost productivity. Also accidents. Corporations will pay you, usually this is done through the human resources department, most often, will pay you to coach their employees on optimizing sleep. And when they optimize sleep, they're going to do better at work. There's going to be fewer sick days. There's going to be less absenteeism. There's going to be higher productivity, better focus, more creativity. In general, corporations get a 3-to-1 return on anything related to wellness, health, nutrition, well-being for their employees. So for every $1 they spend, they get $3 back in better productivity, and it goes to the bottom line. And we have all that data available to you that you can show the corporations to make your sales presentation to them very, very easy. Imagine if you did this with 10 local businesses, and maybe you come in once a year for each of them. Sometimes the employees will pay for it. Sometimes it's a co-op between the employer. Sometimes you do what's called a lunch and learn, where you go in and they'll pay you to go in at lunch to teach the employees on optimizing sleep. And then you can offer specialized coaching for individuals or groups following that as well. There's so many options for you. Please, please, please do not feel overwhelmed. Feel excited. You don't have to do any of these things except one-on-one coaching. What I want you to realize is that you truly, truly have endless opportunities. You can do 1, 2, 3, or all of these, although all would be a lot, but you can do many, many things. I can tell you that there is, in the UK, there is a company that sells bedding and mattresses, and basically they're a sleep company. They got all of their employees certified as sleep science coaches to improve their skill sets and to give them a leg up on the competition. What if other companies that do sleep, that sell sleep products, need someone to partner with that is a sleep science coach to educate people in their showroom about improving quality of sleep? Then it's a reason for people to come to their workshop and get in the showroom, and it's easier for them to sell them mattresses. Do you see how easy it is? Partner with companies that sell beds. Say, hey, I'll do a workshop for you, for a fee, or I get to pitch my coaching, and then everyone's in the workshop. They're trying all these beds, and they're practicing these sleep rituals, and then everyone benefits. People get better quality sleep. The people can sell the mattress, and you get coaching clients. You can be a guest on a health and wellness podcast as a sleep expert. You can host your own podcast about sleep and rest and recovery and stress management. Setting up a podcast is simple. The most common place to host it is on Libsyn, which is short for Liberated Syndication. That's where all the big podcasts are hosted. There's other platforms that work well also. That's where I host my podcast. So very simple. Again, you don't have to do this, but man, it's a great way to get your name out there, establish credibility, and get a lot of clients. And to start a podcast costs almost nothing. And to be a podcast guest costs nothing, except you need a good microphone. And that's a single investment, and you can buy one on Amazon. It doesn't cost much at all. Just make sure you get a good microphone. I'm using one called a Yeti, from the Abominable Snowman Yeti, YETI. That's what I'm using right now. All right, so you can be a guest on a health and wellness podcast, or you can host your own podcast. You can write a sleep-related book. You're instantly an expert when you write a book. It's amazing how people perceive you as an expert as soon as you write a book. So write a book or an ebook. You can publish it on Kindle. You can do a PDF download. You can self-publish. You can do a hybrid model. There's so many different ways to benefit by authoring a book. And a lot of it is absolutely 100% free. Then within that book, you present the reader with opportunities to hire you as a coach. Whew. I know this is a lot, and I hope you're excited. So as you can see, you have many career choices and endless opportunities. And let me tell you, there are a lot more opportunities than this, but I just want you to realize the magnitude of the opportunities that exist for you. So what do you do now? There's a graphic to the side, and I believe it should be on the right side there. You see that on the right side there? Click the graphic to the side and register right now. And remember, got a discount here for you. I've got a special for you. We're always here to answer your questions and support you each step of the way. We've been helping people since June 1st, 1992. That's a long time. And we're not going anywhere. We have helped over 60, is it 60 or 65? I'm trying to remember what it is now. Let's just call it 60 to be safe. 60,000 students from over 60 countries around the world. It is incredible how many people we've been able to help. And they're just like you. They're either in the industry or related industries, and they want to expand and get a new course, or they're brand new and they say, I want to serve people. I love health, fitness, wellness, nutrition, personal development. I want to be my best, and I want to help other people be their best, and I want to enjoy a career that is financially rewarding and personally enriching. And that's what this does, and that's what we help you do. So your time is now. This is the opportunity you wanted to begin or expand your career. So here is your special one-time offer. Save 20% right now. Use coupon code ILOVESI. That's short for Spencer Institute. It's already a really reasonable, actually low tuition, but you might as well save some more. And if you want that special with the stress management coach, it's already discounted more, I believe, than 20%. So you'll just get that bundle instead. But if you just want the sleep science coach, or if you want to get another program with that, you can use the I Love SI code and save 20% right now. So there you go. Pretty simple. And we're always here for you. You know, if you have a question, you can call us, you can email us. We do support on Facebook. We're always here for you. So thank you, and I'll see you on the inside. Register right now, because you can see there's tremendous opportunity for you, tremendous. No matter where you live in the world, you can do this, and you can be up and running very quickly and have a tremendous new set of skills that will help your clients improve their life while you live a better life and enjoy your career every single day. So use coupon code ILOVESI, that's short for I Love Spencer Institute, and you'll instantly save 20%. That's a lot. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate your time and attention. Thanks a lot.